User Draconoid over on the ESCalation Discord server asked me for my opinion about this remake of the Aztec, which is currently available on the CSGO workshop page for everyone to download. So let me quickly make a few points about this pretty interesting remake. At a first glance I can just say, awesome work. Not only visually convincing, but also on a craftsmanship level. The map creator certainly knows his worldcraft well. While optimization can always be improved, I had a constant FPS count well above 120, which is pretty okay, but I heard people with a bit weaker PCs sometimes run into a little difficulty. The map is a faithful adaptation of Valve's work utilizing the new assets released with the Broken Fang operation. The remake's creator, Henge, has created a side-by-side comparison, visualizing the transformation, and going back and forth between the old and the new. Yeah, his remake looks pretty good. This remake of his does not address any of the gameplay weaknesses of the original Aztec. So before you wonder, no, I don't have the golden idea to make Aztec into a competitive powerhouse I wish it could be. I really enjoy Aztec, in all its versions. Check out my Aztec history video for that matter. Overall, I really adore this remake, and I hope the work will be continued and finished. There are some things here and there that need improvement. Some lighting needs to be fixed, some props hover in the air, and some spots are not as beautiful as they could be. But that's a thing of development, and there's this little forum where people can point out mistakes they find, and these can be addressed. So as a fellow map creator, I think it would be helpful if you go and download the map and have a look at it and maybe play it a bit, and you can give some feedback, because if this one continues and becomes a really well-polished remake, why not add it officially? I'd like that. And if I'm entitled to add my 2 cents to this remake, I would love the little dig site back at the T-spawn, from 1.6 and earlier versions, because, currently the T-spawn does look a bit bland. Looking at this map, with all this green color, it really reminds me of the Counter-Strike Condition Zero remakes of Aztec. Or the Xbox remake, for that matter. For the CT spawn, it looks too dry. I'd like this little water thing back here, this little flooded tunnel. Something like that would be pretty cool. I think this prop here, this little tunnel entrance with a little chain, would fit perfectly in this spot. These supports here in this little tunnel, I think 2 of them have to go. They have potential to obstruct vision and really get in the way of gameplay. Same for the scaffolding back here. I think moving it closer to the wall and maybe putting a wooden beam in front of it or boarding it up a bit, that would help with gameplay. Another point I need to make, these doors here are way too narrow. You bump into the handles when you walk down here. That's really not that great. As for the lower river area, I hope there will be, in the final version, a bit more diversity when it comes to ground texture work. From up here it does look a little, too repetitive. And maybe consider bringing back the old water. I like this greenish tint. The water here is not flowing, so it's standing for a while. Dust and grime and stuff accumulates in it. It should be rather murky, I think. In Valve's new map you have this wonderful little waterfall here. That could be just copy and pasted somewhere. It's pretty nice. As for lighting the place up, I think it's okay to take some cues from Counter-Strike 1.6. I mean, the whole place appears to be an excavation site, so adding a few light poles here and there, like they were in 1.6 to brighten the place up down here, might be a legitimate thing to do. The original CSGO version had lamps, why not reintroduce them, and you have some pretty fine models for that. And yes, I know, I like the 1.6 version, and generally I like the old stuff. I'm a nostalgic, I'm very well aware of that. And I know, it would probably be horrible for gameplay reasons, but I wonder how this map would look with rainy weather, lightning and thunder. The old beta maps just were so rather dynamic with it. I just think it looks cool, and yeah, modern Counter-Strike maps are missing this little playfulness, doing something unusual, like adding lightning to the map. I thought that was kind of cool. Henge is really creating something great here, and I really hope he continues it. From my side, a thumbs up, go check it out, link in the video description. If work continues and it turns out to be a great map, maybe people like 3Clicks Philip or War Owl, people with a bigger platform than mine, can raise some attention for this map and maybe we will see it in a future operation. That would be cool. I just love Aztec. I know it's not the best map ever, I just have a sweet spot for it. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, so put your opinions in the comment section down below, and as always I'm happy to personally respond. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, consider subscribing for future content, and maybe even support us on Patreon, as our supporters there got to see this video in advance. Our generous supporters are Lone Wolf, Zed Gladys, Wrapped in Glass, Cookie, Uncle Digi, Harrison Steffens, Plasma, Brass Jazz, Tome, Rainbow Flash, Grizzlywer, Strange Module, Mr. Intonator, Tainser, DX9 and Cop Fighter. To them and everyone else, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you guys next time. Until then, have a nice day and as always, goodbye and guten Tag.